Awesome. All right, everyone, welcome to our presentation this evening. If you're brand new to FES, we want to welcome you on this call. Welcome you to the team. Welcome to this call. You definitely want to put this in your calendar. Every Thursday, we either have a team call or a team webinar, depending upon the information that we've got to be sharing on that particular weekend, or that particular week. So, as you may know, most of you, we just got back from Atlanta this past weekend for Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp, which was just incredible. It was awesome. There was about 400 people that attended that event in Atlanta. A lot of energy, a lot of great information that came out of that weekend. Vice President R&R Club member Randy Cochran's on the line with me as well. We're going to be sharing some of that information and hopefully in hopes to help everybody understand exactly what's going on, where we are moving forward. And at that event, Entrepreneurs International was launched, and we're going to talk about what that is. And in this presentation, I put together some slides that we're going to be talking at so that you guys can get a better understanding of what we're calling EI or EI Academy, which is part of Entrepreneurs International. It's about taking your FES business to the next level. And give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I wanted to open up with this quote here, and I'm not sure who, Peter Drucker. So the entrepreneur always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. And that's what we have here with what has transpired over this last weekend. And when we take a look at, what's happening in the market out there today, when we started, FES, or FES Academy or the protection plan, we go back in history, and even when we go back to the beginning of time. For those of you that don't know, FES as of this month has been in the market now for 14 years. So this is our 14th year in business. And obviously, as you can imagine, the marketplace has changed since 2004 till today. Okay, certainly there's still a tremendous need for all of the products that we have, but there has been a little bit of a market shift in terms of where people are today in their lives versus where they were back again in 2004, and then even if you move forward in 2009, 2007, 8, 9, when the housing crisis hit, again we had a whole nother situation there. Where people's minds were at a different place because of what was happening in the housing market, and now we're basically 10 years beyond that. So again, things have changed, and we have to be able, as business owners, we have to be able to evolve with those changes in the market. So, and that's exactly what we've done. And what's happened is that, and I'm sure that when you hear from Randy and even all of the other leaders and people that were there at that event this past weekend that have been around for a minute, are very excited about this change because one of the things that you're going to see is that this really opens up our marketplace, okay, and just gives us such a broader reach in terms of people, in terms of what it is that we're trying to do. So again, I think that one of the things I'll say is that when we started FES Academy back in 2010, what happened when Greg Ammerman created that system, our first documented millionaire R&R Club member, has reached the highest level in the R&R Club. When he started that was what created that first launch, if you will, and has gotten us to where we are today in terms of growth of the company, in terms of growth of the agents in the business, creating multiple 6- and 7-figure earners in the company. And now it's time for that next change. Now it's time for that next bit of momentum that's going to take us to that next level, okay? And that's really what's happening here. So this is something that, once we go through the information, once we give you some of the details and you have an opportunity to take a look at some of the new videos, this is something that I'm sure that you're going to be excited about as well, because we just believe this is just going to be awesome, again, in terms of taking our business, all of us taking our business to the next level and catching that next big wave that's going to come as a result of what we're doing here. So bear with me here one second. So what is EI? EI stands for Entrepreneurs International. Within that is also Entrepreneurs International Academy. And to think about this, it's very simple. Entrepreneurs International Academy is just simply replacing what used to be our FES Academy, okay? So just a different name. We're going to talk a little bit about why that is, but just a different name, okay? It's the same. It's our training platform. So now instead of, again, FES Academy, it's now Entrepreneurs International Academy, okay? So we have that, and we still have our FES business. Nothing has changed about FES. The products, compensation plan, the owners, everything is identical, okay, with FES. Again, we now have, because of what's happened in the market, we took a look at the training platform to see what we could do to open up that market and more importantly, change with the marketplace in terms of what our message is to the market. Obviously, there are some, our message has always been about credit repair, okay, which certainly that's still going to be a part of our business, because we still have people out there that's all they want to do. They want to get their credit fixed, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing to know and the thing to look at is the fact that now we have, again, because of the message that we're going to be delivering and because of the training that we're going to be having, we're going to have an opportunity to open up and beyond that, open up our marketplace beyond just people that are looking to get their credit fixed, okay? Randy, do you want to add to that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Fantastic. And, I just want to reiterate something that Mark said. A Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp, it's very relevant right now, and it's imperative sometimes that when the market shifts, because we're all entrepreneurs, everybody that's already in FES, you're already an entrepreneur, because you're your own business owner. You saw something, you saw a vision, just like we all saw. FES is a vehicle to generate a really lucrative residual income and a very solid business for you, your family, and your future. Transitioning from FES Academy into Entrepreneurs International, it's fresh, it's sexy, it's a broader market, and as Mark mentioned, the market has changed. And the way I look at it is FES Academy is awesome. They did a great job. Their trainings are amazing. We still have the same great trainers, still have great training platform, but having that new, fresher, more almost like you would call it a luxurious look. To me, it's like we just took FES Academy as like a Toyota Camry and turned it into a Lexus. It's the same manufacturer, but a Lexus is a much nicer, more sexy, luxurious vehicle. And that's, I believe, with the way the market shifted and the direction the economy is going, and this opening up a broader market, it's just so much easier, because when you see the new presentation, 550,000 people become entrepreneurs every month. 550,000, which means they're starting a business. And so what this does is if you say to somebody, here's an opportunity for you, and they say, what is it? And you say, oh, it's credit repair. A lot of people don't want to do credit repair. That's okay, but a lot of people want to be business owners, and so this just gives us a much better opportunity for people to actually look at the vehicle that we have. And as hopefully you've had an opportunity to jump on either the webinars that were done on Monday night. Tonight we have one at 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I know that we had one earlier at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Shirley Gorducci, Vice President, did that webinar and did an amazing job. That was the first time that she gave that presentation. If you've not seen that presentation yet yourself, you need to make sure that you're jumping on tonight at 10:30 or on Saturday morning at 11:30 and taking a look at the new presentation, because it is just, even the new video, and we're going to make sure that everybody knows where everything is. Just as we transition over the next couple of weeks, this is really going to catapult us into 2018. So I am super excited about this, and I know that we have more slides coming up. We got a lot to cover, so I'm going to turn the time back over to you, Mark.
Awesome. All right, so why is, some people are asking, well, why is EI replacing FES Academy? Well, first thing that, for some of us that have been around for a minute, and this will be more relevant, but FES Academy was never owned or operated by FES. It was a separate entity that was set up by, again, our first documented millionaire who basically started from scratch, started from zero. And took, for those of you that don't know the history, took the company from about 600 active agents to over 40,000 protection plans in the marketplace. And, that was his brainchild, that training platform, that academy. And that's, him and Joe Locke, as Assistant Director of Training, were responsible for FES Academy and having all those trainings around the country. So for compliance reasons and just good business practices, a lot of times, businesses, when they have separate divisions, sometimes they set them up in different entities because they don't want the legality issues, being connected. Okay, so for compliance, we had to remove FES from FES Academy, and it just made sense. And like Randy said earlier, I mean, for me, Entrepreneurs International, I mean, that's just so much more attractive in terms of a name and what it represents, and us being all of us being entrepreneurs and business owners, and like Randy said, the numbers show that 550,000 people are every month start a business or become entrepreneurs. So that gives us that market, that gives us that opportunity to tap into that market. And the trainings, have always, the one thing that we know and we're always going to preach, and the reason that we do is because it's based on the results that we see. It's not just something that we say, but the trainings are the most important piece to what we do. The business itself, obviously we have to do the business, but the trainings is what's going to help to make you successful. So Entrepreneurs International, is going to focus more on what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. Certainly we're going to learn, there's still going to be training videos and stuff that we're going to learn on how to do the business, the FES business. But becoming an entrepreneur is a totally different, a successful entrepreneur and a successful business owner is a totally different process, okay? And that's what we're going to gain from Entrepreneurs International Academy, is that ingredient that we need in order to become, and I say the word become because we're all still in the stage of, myself included, of becoming, successful or very successful entrepreneurs, okay? And without that, all you have, if you take that away, all you have is a product and FES, okay? We have to have that training. If you're going to build a highly successful, leveraged, a business that can produce a substantial amount of income, you're going to have that success training in order to make that happen. We've got a great product, everything that we need. The statistics, again, is when you see the presentation that's done, it lays it out what the statistics are. We know that we have a product that everybody needs. Now we just have to help you become successful at marketing that product and building your business. Okay, like Randy said, this is the FES is the vehicle. It's like you have a car, but if you don't have any gas in it, you're not going to get anywhere. The training is the gas. The training is what's going to get you, get you from point A to point B. The car is nice, it looks great, but again, if it doesn't have an engine in it or it doesn't have any gas in the tank, you're not going anywhere. That's what the Academy and the training has done for us, whether it was FES Academy or now being Entrepreneurs International. Think of that as your engine. Think of that as the gas. That's the thing that's going to actually make that vehicle move for you. Otherwise, you just have a vehicle that's just sitting there. So EI is for, how or when do I present EI? And we're going to talk about that in some of the later slides here. We've got all the links that you need for EI and EI Academy. But EI is for building your business. So when I look at it from my perspective, and Randy's going to share as well, because here's the deal. We have people, I'm not in the real estate business. Okay, we have a lot of real estate people, we have mortgage professionals, we have tax professionals, we have a lot of different people in this business where this FES was either a supplement to help them with their primary business or was something that they wanted to, convert over to make it their primary business. But wherever you're at, there's a place for this. But EI for me, when I'm out there looking for business partners, I'm looking for other entrepreneurs, I'm looking for people that want to start a business. That's where EI is going to come into play, because I'm looking for entrepreneurs. Now, on the other hand, if I'm talking with, and I have existing real estate relationships where they're sending me referrals, or if I am looking for specifically a referral partner, whether it's a real estate agent or a car salesman, somebody that's in an industry that requires credit-worthy clients, I'm not necessarily going to present to them EI. I may still present to them just the FES protection plan, just the FES side of the business, because they may not be, for whatever reason, through a process, it may be determined that they're not somebody that's looking to start a business, or they may not be looking to be an entrepreneur, but certainly they have clients that we can work with. And in that case, again, I'm going to have my FES hat on, like I've always had, with those referral partners. I'm not going to confuse that by presenting EI to them necessarily, unless that referral partner says, hey, you know what? How can I earn some income in this business, or how can I get involved in the business? Now, if that becomes the case, then at that point, then I would present to him the EI StartLifeNow.com video so that he can see what we're all about as a community of entrepreneurs all working together and being trained to build a successful business, okay? So you've got to know, so it's not that hard. I mean, again, if you have existing real estate referral partners out there, and there are going to be some people that are just going to continue to present FES as it was, and that's okay because those videos are still going to be there. But what we're saying is this is going to give you a broader reach, and you just have to know when to present EI and when to just present FES. And again, it's not that hard. It just depends on what marketplace you're talking to. Randy, you want to add some clarification to that? Randy Cochran?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, as we move forward with our businesses, and that's the thing is, somebody doesn't have to be in a credit-related business to do this. I mean, we have plenty of people from all walks of life that can be really, really good at this. And the whole idea behind Entrepreneurs International and attracting these individuals is not only giving them the training and education that they need to perform at a high level, but it's also giving them that vehicle to get there. And because I expose a lot of people to the business all the time, and I'm used to following the scripts that we've had in the past, even when we were at Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp, I exposed 3 people to Entrepreneurs International. And it was really interesting. And an example of that was our Uber driver. I had an Uber driver driving me on Saturday this past week, and Obviously, if this person's driving Uber, typically they're doing something else. So I asked him, is all you do is drive Uber? And he said, no, he's going to school. He had a job. He was driving Uber to earn some extra money. So I already know that he's entrepreneurial. And I just said to him, wow, that's awesome. It looks like you have, a couple different streams of income. I said, just out of curiosity, did you know that the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income? And the person said, yeah, I've actually heard that before. And I said, well, what I do is I actually work with a company called Entrepreneurs International, and what we do is we work with entrepreneurs just like yourself that are wanting to develop multiple streams of income and really learn how to grow as an entrepreneur and make more money. Would you be interested in learning more learning more information about another vehicle that could possibly generate some additional information for you? Or some additional income for you? And he said, absolutely. And I said, great. So we exchanged information. I left the car. I sent him a link to the new video, and he texted me right back and said, that's awesome. What do I do next? And then, and I'm not sure if he's actually in our webinar tonight. I sent him the link because he became a new agent this week. Because all I did was simply expose him to the video, go through the process that we have in place that Greg Ammerman has developed that we know works, and we have a new team member. And the best part is they text me and said, I actually have 2 or 3 more people that I think are also going to be interested in becoming entrepreneurs just like I did. I'm going to send them the information. And so this is a process and a system that duplicates itself. And you're going to hear this in the Secrets of Success training events all the time. Remember, it's not what you can do, it's what you can duplicate. You want to leverage the efforts of other people. And, that's what companies do. That's what CEOs of companies do. They have managers, they have employees, they have staff members. That's a beautiful part about this business is as agents with the company, we don't have to have all of that. And our company, FES is truly like a franchise. It's not a franchise, but like a franchise because it's a system. And I know when I bought my first real estate franchise, I had to pay $20,000 to invest in that franchise. And then I invested $8,000 to go to a training at their corporate office. And then I had to come back and I had to invest money in buildings and all this equipment stuff. And pretty quick, I was $1.5 million in debt. When you think about that and you think about our opportunity and the income that we can produce, and we can get our investment back in a week or less if we go out and we implement the system, it's just an amazing opportunity. The problem is we're just not sharing it with enough people. And with Entrepreneurs International and FES combined, it's going to give us the opportunity to really do that on the next level.
Awesome. And you're right. I mean, here's the thing. Now you don't have to go look. You don't have to go look for people. Okay, who's in a credit-related industry? I mean, not that that's not still somebody we want to talk to. But like Randy said, I mean, when we present EI, if you haven't seen the video yet, when I got home, I watched it. I must have watched it like 10 times in a row. It's very compelling. It's very emotional. It really touches on a lot of things that people are going through, and people, it gives them an opportunity to see something different. So, when we're out there talking to people, we don't have to necessarily be looking for a particular type of person in terms of our business itself. Okay, I think a lot of time, we always, because we were focused on credit, we were always looking for, who's in the credit-related business. This is for anybody. This is for anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur. This is for anybody that wants to have their own business. That is so awesome because, again, it just opens up our marketplace huge. And we don't have to lead with, like Randy said earlier, with, hey, a credit repair business per se. We are a financial wellness and financial fitness company, okay? When you take a look at all of the products that we have within our program, it's not just about credit repair, guys. It's not just about credit repair. We have a package that's going to help people with their debt. It's going to help them protect their identity. It's going to help them protect their assets. It's going to help them as well if they have credit challenges, address their credit issues also. And that's the way we have to look at it. So, like Randy said earlier, again, it's very important that you get on, one of the presentations coming up so that you can understand, the transition that we're making. And it's going to be awesome, guys. So, it's about a new approach. And Greg said this on the call the other day. We were on a leadership call. He called it the EI experience. And that's awesome. I think that's a great slogan. But this new approach that we're talking, for example, there were some new scripts that were put out, a new PowerPoint, all of that stuff has been uploaded. I'm going to show you where you can access that in a minute here. But, for example, I mean, when you say this to somebody, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about being an entrepreneur or owning your own business? I mean, that's a pretty wide open question, and I believe personally that when we take a look at the fact that 70% of the people out there hate their jobs, right? And I can think back on myself on my own, in earlier years before I had a business, thinking, man, it would be so cool if I had my own business. As an example, one of the guys was out yesterday talking with some people, and he asked this question. The guy turned around, looked at him, and says, "You know what?" He says, "That is so ironic that you asked that question." And he was there with a coworker. He said, "We were just talking about how awesome it would be if we had our own business." Okay, and here Glenn walks in and says, "Hey, you guys ever, he's in conversation and they're talking, whatever." He asked him that question. You guys ever thought about being an entrepreneur, owning your own business? And the guy's like, "Whoa, we were just talking about that." So people think like that because, again, when you think about it, 70% of people hate their jobs. They're thinking about something, right? So there are a lot of people, and when we think about the fact that 550,000 people a month start a business, okay, or get into a business, I mean, so it's definitely something that's on people's minds. So, this just opens it up, man. It just opens up the playing field for us. So am I still presenting FES? Well, yes. I mean, FES, again, is the vehicle for the prospect. In other words, the people that say, yes, I want my own business, they will be exposed to EI training, and the growing trend in, again, the financial wellness and financial fitness industry. And that's one of the things that, again, that we talk about in the presentation, in the video, this growing trend. And we give examples of companies that are out there that have now, are realizing that, they get more results, or they get better productivity out of their employees if they have their finances in order. And simply, I believe, because of what's going on in the market, there's a need. They're recognizing that there's a huge need for it. But we're already there. Okay, we already have the financial wellness and financial fitness package for people. So the FES Protection Plan, that's that product. That's our financial wellness product. That's our financial fitness product. Okay, it addresses all of the critical areas, or the majority of the critical areas that people need in order to become, financially stable. And again, just like before, training is the key. And now, instead of sending people to FES Academy, we send them to Entrepreneurials International Academy, where they're going to, again, learn how to be an entrepreneur and how to build a successful business and be able to actually drive that vehicle that we're giving them. I mean, again, it's kind of like, when I was growing up, you had to go through driver's ed to learn how to drive, right? You couldn't just get into a car and start driving it. You're going to crash or, not know what to, how to respond to, somebody does something crazy while you're driving down a road because you don't have the experience. Entrepreneurs International Academy, is that driver's ed. It's going to teach you how to drive that vehicle and get the most out of your business. So, Socrates says the secret to change is to focus all of your energy on not fighting the old, but building the new. And that's really where we have to put our efforts into. It's about, again, what we had was, in terms of the training, was great. It got us to where we're at now. And now it's time for us to go to that next level. And I can promise you that great things are going to be happening here over the course of the next year, 2 years, 3 years. And we're just going to see tremendous growth in the business. And you want to be involved. You want to make sure that you're plugged in. You want to make sure that you're getting up to speed with the changes so that you know how to present the information and you can maximize your efforts and get the best results for yourself in building your business. So a couple things that we want to make sure of is that you guys are, we're all connected and you guys are receiving the information so that you can get on those calls, so that you can get on the webinars that are happening. You want to make sure that if you haven't done this, and I would suggest that you do it right now, if you have your phone there, pull your phone out and text the letters EI to 88799. Again, you're going to text the letters EI to 88799, and then that'll update you in the system so that we can make sure that you're receiving those text messages, reminders for the calls and for the webinars that are going to be happening, because over the course of the next month, this week, and I know we have some webinars coming up on Saturday, and then next week we've got the new agent training call that's going to be centered around EI. We got the webinar coming on, so you're going to want to make sure that you're very much engaged, because there are going to be updates. Okay, and you want to make sure that you're kept up to date. We also have the new conference call line number, 218-632-0383. You want to make sure that you save that number in your phone. You will receive a text message notification when those calls happen. Just a funny story. We've had a lot of things that I was in Atlanta for a week. I came back. We had the time change. We had the new conference number change. I actually did the product training call twice yesterday because of the time change. And the funny part was there were people on it at the wrong time as well. So they got it, and then later on, when it was the right time to do it, we did it again. But we want to make sure that, again, we got to keep up with everything that's happening. But make sure that you get on the texting system. Make sure that you save that conference call number in your phone. So these are the new sites that you want to be plugged into, and I think I have them all here, Randy. If I'm missing one, let me know. But entrepreneursinternational.com. You can also access that site through www.entintl.com. For the webinars, you want to go to www.eiwebinar, not with an S, webinar.com. And then, again, for those people that you have that conversation with where you say, hey, have you ever considered being an entrepreneur or having your own business? And they say, that they're interested in that. This is the video that you want to send to them. www.eistartlifenow.com. eistartlifenow.com. All right, I'm going to go over to the Entrepreneurs International site. Now, also, and Randy said this earlier, we have the same, again, who used to be our Director of Training, Mr. Greg Ammerman, our Assistant Director of Training, Joe Locke, with the addition of Fernita Ammerman, top producer, just an awesome lady. Held the women's conference here this past weekend when we were in Atlanta. The women said it was absolutely off the chart. These are the three key individuals that will be running the training and managing Entrepreneurs International for us. So we have the same, as well as the same trainers, so nothing's changed there, which again is awesome as well, because we have those same people that basically created what we have today that are now taking this all to the next level. So this is our new training site, awesome site, very mobile friendly. The old site that we had, FES Academy, unfortunately was not a very mobile friendly site, but this site here, state of the art, very mobile friendly. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff that's still being uploaded to the site. I'm not sure what's here yet, but this is where you're going to, this site here, you absolutely want to bookmark. Okay, again, this is replacing what used to be FES University or FESacademy.com. All right, so you want to make sure that you save this website, bookmark it, so that you have access to it. So everything that you did previously over at FES University or FES Academy, you will now do here. And one of the things that you want to do as soon as possible is make sure that you set up a new account on here. And if you had an account on the previous site, you want to make sure that you use that same email address, okay? So let me go back here. So what you want to do is when you get to the site, you want to make sure that you come over here and you select New Account and get registered in the site so that you're receiving, there's going to be a lot of information, training related, that's going to be coming out of the site, okay? Videos, training videos that are going to be uploaded, brochures, materials, scripts, all of that stuff is going to be uploaded on this site now. So let's go over here to EI Academy. And you can come here and you can learn more about the secrets of success, forging of leaders, and Millionaire Mentality Boot Camp. Meet our trainers. Again, we have the same executive training team that we had previously. So nothing has changed. Awesome trainers. Joe Halbreich, Orlando McKenzie, Mike Miller, Gerald Gentry, Warren Barfield, Dale Guiducci, all vice presidents and above, all R&R club members, have really done significant with their business. These are our previous trainers and they're still our trainers today. So that's very awesome. And then we have our owners of EI, Greg Ammerman, Joe Locke, and Franita, and you can, read all about them. If you hover over, you can go down there and read a bio on the different trainers. And it's important to know that as well because, you want to know what their backgrounds are. You want to know who these people are because, a lot of times one of the things that you hear us talk about is, edification, edifying the system, edifying the trainers, edifying edification. So in order to be able to edify our trainers, like when you're talking with somebody and you're saying, hey, Joe Halbreich is going to be doing a training at this particular location. She's a regional vice president, used to work in retail 70 hours a week, now she's living life on her terms and just created a phenomenal business. Well, you need to know that. In order to be able to do that, you need to know who she is. Okay, and also if you have not been to a training, it would be good for you to go here to read about these people because these are all people that, just like you, just like myself, just like Randy, came from a normal background, had a job someplace, or were dissatisfied with what they were doing and working a ton of hours and wanted a better way, and then came here to FES and created a phenomenal business for themselves, and then wanted to inspire to teach others to do the same. Okay, and so they became trainers with the company. So you want to know who these folks are because hopefully you'll have an opportunity to meet one of them as you go to the trainings that happen around the country. Okay, hopefully that's something you're going to do because again, the training is the engine or the gas to this vehicle that you have with FES. Let's go over to the Entrepreneurs Trap. Okay, so they're going to have success stories on here. See if they got under key individuals. And they're going to be doing interviews. There's going to be a lot of great things that are going to be happening on the site that are going to be very helpful, again, for our business. When they start interviewing agents from around the country, right, talking to them about, where they started and then how they became an entrepreneur and the things that have happened for them in their business. I mean, that's powerful, okay? Those are things that you'll be able to use to share with people and the things that people want to see if they want to get involved, if they want to be an entrepreneur. Certainly it's going to be inspiring for them and empowering for them to show them, how they can become successful entrepreneurs as well. And we have the media center. There's going to be video trainings that are going to be loaded up here. They're going to have a photo gallery. See if they have anything under the forms and documents yet. Okay, so they've already began to load this information up here. You got the ePass application, which is now replacing our Season Pass, Secrets of Success registration form, approaches to meeting new contacts, personal contact script, e-magazine order forms, Season Pass and ePass password recovery, e-magazine cover letter, and sample notes. So they're going to be, the documents that we're going to be using and the forms that we're going to be using and scripts and that type of thing are all going to be loaded up here under the forms and documents sites as they relate to EI. Now there may be some other forms and documents that are going to be, that are FES specific, that are going to be loaded on a separate site for FES. Again, we have to keep, because of compliance, that type of thing, we have to keep the two separate. But there is going to be a secondary URL that's going to be set up that is stuff that's created out of Entrepreneurs International that's specific to FES, that it'll be loaded up on that site for us. And they're also going to have a blog set up here. And it looks like, okay, cool. They got the motivational conference call. There's a recording that was done on the last one here that was sent out to us that we're going to be making sure that everybody gets that, because there's a lot of great information on that call. Information here about the ePass, which again is replacing our Season Pass. And certainly there'll be opportunity to learn more about the ePass when you go to your next SOS trainings, okay? And then we have the online store here. We have some, oh, awesome. We got some really awesome t-shirts, guys, that will cause people to ask questions. Okay, actually I'm wearing one right now, and it's got the Entrepreneur International logo on it, and it says beneath it, "Start Life Now." They don't have the orange one up here. I want an orange one. I don't know if this will do a blow up on here, but on this shirt, it says it's got the little logo on it. It says "Start Life Now," and then it says "Entrepreneuring" on the back of it. Okay, and it gives the definition of that. Okay, so I mean that's awesome. I love it. This is going to be fun, guys, and that's the thing. Again, if you just got involved in FES, that's awesome. It's great. Just know that we're taking this to a whole nother level. If you've been around for a while, for myself personally, man, I needed a change, and this is the perfect change. I mean, this is going to be so much fun. What we're going to be doing, because when you think about it, credit repair, it's not the sexiest thing out there, right? I mean, certainly people need it, and they know they need it, but it's not. There's no real sexiness to it or fun to it. Okay, we're going to make this fun. We're going to help, helping people get into financial shape and financial wellness and financial fitness and some of the things that we're going to be doing. It's going to be fun for people, and they're going to at the same time be improving their situation. I mean, that's awesome. See what else? Oh, the magazine. The magazine is very cool. Okay, and actually, Randy, this is the first Entrepreneur International magazine, and Randy Cochran's actually featured in this magazine. Great job, Randy. And so this is our inaugural magazine. Okay, and I've already shared this magazine. Had an opportunity to share this magazine with a couple of people. And again, I didn't necessarily have to, talk with them about credit or their debt or that kind of stuff at all. The conversation was centered around, hey, have you ever considered being an entrepreneur and having your own business, right? And I picked up some magazines when I was in Atlanta, and I had an opportunity to leave that magazine with them. And they're going to go through that magazine, and they're going to look at it and see what we're doing and seeing how people are becoming successful entrepreneurs in our company and all the things that we got going on. So it's just another way to excite people and say, wow, this is incredible. and getting just great, awesome responses. Like Randy said, talking with his Uber driver, I had an opportunity while I was in the elevator at the hotel. Somebody said, "Well, hey, what do you guys?" We had our tag on. Obviously, we were going down to our room or whatever on break, and the gentleman asked me, he says, "What do you guys do?" I says, "Well, I work for a company called Entrepreneurs International." And he said, "Well, what do you got? What do they do?" And I said, "Well, we help people that want to have a business become successful entrepreneurs, and we have a vehicle that they can actually utilize to start to generate income." And it was like, really? Okay. So it was a short conversation. It was the first conversation that I had an opportunity to have with somebody. But Michael Johnson was on the call the other day on our leadership call. And while he was at the airport, he had a very similar conversation with a gentleman. And the guy looked at him and said, "I need a vehicle." And Michael gave him a magazine and got his information. And the guy, is very professional. I can't remember what his position was, but it was a pretty, decent position. But the guy had said that he had just lost a major account, and he needed another vehicle. He needed another stream of income. And so now we're not talking with him about, well, here we're in the financial services industry. We're talking with him about becoming a successful entrepreneur. And we have a vehicle that you can use to start to generate income with. So that's powerful, man. I mean, that's so incredible. I'm just like so excited about what we're doing. And the About Us, it's our mission statement. And you want to go through and read this stuff, guys, because it's going to help you to understand what it is that we're doing, okay? I'm going to read this here. Have you ever thought about all the millions of individuals who attended universities around the globe, believing this was the answer to their future success? We were encouraged to invest 4 years or more of our valuable time and tens of thousands of dollars. Most of us didn't have, only to end up like most, in a career that differs from our degree, led us to working in a job or career that's underpaying and overworking us, with no sign of retirement in the future. So the question dares to be asked, is furthering our education a mistake? Well, absolutely not. There's no doubt that knowledge and education is power. However, we must realize that this education knowledge must be able to convert into an applicable skill and mindset which will produce significant results. Entrepreneurs International Academy provides basic and advanced training programs for our new and veteran members who are looking to make entrepreneuring their primary career. This intense seminars, classes, boot camps, and workshops developed by Greg Ammerman and conducted by our powerful and dynamic training team of seasoned entrepreneurs who through rigorous training have been groomed to be professional trainings provided with the mindset, skill set, knowledge, system, action plan, tools, awareness, motivation, and confidence to build a successful business as well as a superior quality of life. Entrepreneurs International Academy is a catalyst to put you on the path to the most successful career you will ever have. You will gain extensive product knowledge and professional sales skills, allowing you to set up corporate accounts, establish merchant service account, as well as sell to individuals. Our objective is to give each of our attendees the best chance to earn a solid income, develop a stable residual income, and also to earn tremendous benefits for financial independence and retirement. Great effort is taken to show each entrepreneur how to build and develop a well-trained team, how to conduct a first-class sales and business overview, and how to answer any questions and objections you may get from potential clients and team members. Success starts with having the right mindset, which includes having a positive mental attitude, focus, and just the right thoughts for success. This powerful training curriculum helps you to understand the way your mind works and helps you identify the things that are preventing you from achieving the level of success you desire in all areas of your life. You will come to understand how your past programming influences your thoughts, attitudes, behavior, habits, and most importantly, results. Of course, just understanding why things are the way they are isn't enough to change the results. You'll be introduced to programs, exercises, and activities that will help you, will allow you to penetrate and retrain your subconscious mind, allowing you to begin to experience the results you desire. You will learn the critical skills needed to grow your business, including leadership, motivation, consistency, retaining customers and clients and communication. You also learn the importance of education, edification and promotion and how to use it to your advantage. You'll be taught how to become a more proficient salesperson, including the underutilized skill of being a master asker, how to overcome rejections, how to turn objections into opportunities. It's important to remember that it's not just what you can do, but what you can duplicate that matters the most. The knowledge, attitude, and mindset alone is very limiting. You will quickly realize that our best entrepreneurs and top money earners understand that. The more team members you enroll in the Entrepreneur International Academy curriculum, the faster and bigger and stronger your business will grow. Entrepreneurs International Academy, helping you earn while you learn, creating millionaires, okay? I mean, that's awesome. I mean, and that's no different than what we have done in the past with regard to FES Academy. It's just now more intriguing, and people want to be entrepreneurs and have their own business, now have this vehicle. Randy, you want to jump in here, man?
Sure, Mark. And you know what, the message is, it's an awesome opportunity, and you know, I know that we have a lot of real estate agents on our team. We have a lot of mortgage brokers. We have a lot of real estate investors. And again, going back, this gives us the opportunity to attract a lot of other people that aren't in those credit-related industries. But here's how I looked at Entrepreneurs International when I very first saw it, because for those of you that may or may not know, I'm a real estate agent, right? I'm a real estate broker. And my real estate license is with a company that's called Equity Real Estate. And, you know, and they have offices in 15 states around the country. They're not nationwide like FES, but I'm also a member of the National Association of Realtors. I'm a member. So every year I have an investment in my NAR membership. I actually donate money every year so that the National Association of Realtors can go out and lobby and protect personal property rights of Americans all around the country. And so when I look at what Entrepreneurs International has done, and I look at FES, it's really the same thing, because we're agents with FES, but Entrepreneurs International in a way is just like the National Association of Realtors. They're an independent body out there that's helped promoting entrepreneurship. And so when we look at that, you know, and not everybody has to be a member of Entrepreneurs International. Everybody just needs to know that. But why wouldn't you be? It's only a $25 per year investment. You're going to get a CD from the co-founders. You're going to get a copy of the magazine, which you want anyway. You know, because I was featured in the magazine, I bought a lot of magazines. I'm passing out those magazines like crazy now. Like I took my business card, I stapled them on the back. I am literally leaving them everywhere. On the plane home, because I caught multiple flights, I left my magazine in the seat back pocket of every airplane I was on. Every place I go where I can leave a magazine, I'm leaving a magazine with my card stapled to it, because somebody is going to pick that up, just like one of the vice presidents with our company that happens to be a trainer with our company that was introduced to this company by a magazine that was intrigued because they could get a $600 per month Audi payment, became an agent, now they're a vice president, now they're a trainer. You just don't know what motivates people. And so it all just comes down to exposing people to what we have to offer. So the more, this is a numbers game. The more people that you expose, the more the faster your team's going to grow, the more money you're going to make, the more fun you're going to have, and it's just going to give you the ability to build that stable foundation, that stable business, and that long-term residual income that we're all looking for. Because really, at the end of the day, you know, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and it's all about taking control of your life, spending time with the people that you want to spend it with, when you want to spend it, how you want to spend it, and controlling your finances, your future. It's just, We all have that opportunity. It's the American dream. That's why so many people want to come to America, is because we have opportunities that nobody else has. But it's now time for us to capitalize on that. We have to go share it. Just go share it with everybody. Because you know what? At the end of the day, if you share the EI video with somebody, it's hard to disagree with, because that's what everybody wants. If they don't want it, guess what? We don't want them, because we don't need anybody. But we need the right somebodies. But the only way we're going to find those right somebodies is to go share our information. And then once they become a team member, we need to get them into the system, get them into the training process. If you go invest $1 million in a McDonald's franchise, you don't go to Hamburger University and you don't plug into their system, guess what? You don't own a McDonald's. And it's just like FES. If you don't become an agent, you don't plug into the training program, and you don't do exactly what our system's designed to do, your chances of success are greatly diminished. And we want to see everybody succeed at the highest level. And the crazy thing is we can't want a person's success more than they do. And you know, all of the team leaders, we all want your success, because in corporate America, people don't want to see you be successful, because if you are, you take their job. In this business, if you help somebody become more successful, you become more successful. So you're always training your replacement in this business, but the best part is you don't have to do it. You can let the system do it. So just simply take advantage of that. You know, just such an awesome opportunity in the next 14 months, or 13 and a half months, I should say, are an opportunity for each and every one of us that wants to succeed at a really high level, increase your income, just live life on your terms. We can all do it, but it's got to be one team, one dream, and we all got to go together, because one log makes a lousy fire. But if we all pile on all of our logs together, now we have a bonfire. It's smoking hot. And we're going to light up this country, but we got to do it together. So just stay plugged into the system, just expose, take advantage of three-way calls, edify your expert, and let's roll up our sleeves, let's go to work, and let's go make this happen.
Awesome. And guys, last thing I'll say is that if you know, it's going to take a minute. Make sure that you get on the webinars. Make sure you watch the EI Start Life Now video, and you'll see all the time the correlation with Entrepreneurs International, financial wellness, what's happening in the marketplace, and it'll make total sense. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, and just go take a look at the information, get on the webinars, share the information like Randy said, and let's just expose, continue to do, what we have been doing in terms of exposing the information to people. And now you just have a bigger market that you can expose to. So it's incredible. All right, any final thoughts, Randy? Well, good?
Saturday, tomorrow's Friday. It's follow-up Friday. You're going to want to follow up with everyone that you've talked to about financial education services in the past. And what a great excuse we now have to go back to everybody that we've already talked to and said, hey, go take a look at this new information. That's what I've been doing. I've been just simply been saying to everybody, hey, you have to go check out this new video. And then, of course, on Saturday, we have Saturday corporate overview presentation. It's a new presentation. We have Saturday training from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're heading into the last week of the FES month of November. That starts on Sunday at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Time. And then, we have 1 week left. And then we head into that 5-week month of December, and we want to see as many of our team members earn as much income as possible heading into holidays. But we also want to see everybody get a promotion or a raise and capitalize on the amazing compensation plan that we have, and get to a training in December. Get to an SOS training. Bring your team with you. Bring guests with you. Again, we talk about all the time, let the system do the work for you. It's a lot like hitting if you swing a golf club and you don't let the club do the work for you, you're not going to hit the ball very far. So that's a lot like FES. Let FES, let the trainers hit the ball for you. And then if you need help from a team leader, reach out to us. There's a lot of team members that are within striking distance of a promotion or raise. They just don't know it. So log into your online business office, see where you're at, click on your projected sales report, and if you need help structuring your business, you need help with three-way calls, there's no such thing as a poor question. Reach out to us. You make sure you're using your FES Connect link. The FEN site, Mark's done a phenomenal job. We have a brand new entrepreneur lead capture page, which is amazing. And I posted that just yesterday and received 3 leads within 20 minutes because I posted that on Facebook. So take advantage of all the tools that you have available to you, which, by the way, are free. I mean, you know, most of these tools you'd have to invest at least $99 to $200 a month just to have. You're getting them for free. Utilize them, and remember, it's all about being constant and consistent in your business. You know, everybody's going to be judging everything that you do. Anytime you start something new, your friends, your family members, they're going to be watching to see how long you still are doing what you're doing, and that's why longevity in this business pays off. So let's just let's roll up our sleeves, let's put our hats on backwards, and let's go to work.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to go entrepreneuring. So see you guys on the next call. All righty, everybody, take care.